Good evening, everybody. This is Joe Follette, Jr., licensed marriage and family therapist, here with you on my first inaugural Born Again Love show. I'm so happy to be here with you to share some information, some education, some inspiration about relationships and about patterns in our relationships and how we can improve our relationships. I've been counseling folks for over 30 years now, probably 40 years, and 29 years or so as a licensed marriage, 27 years as a licensed marriage and family therapist. And I did it as a pastor for 10 years. So I've been working with people and couples a long time. And I have lots of personal experience as well. And so I'm here to share, to help you grow, to become the best that you can be. I'm excited about Born Again Love. It's really my own personal story of seeing love differently. And I'm glad to share with you my experience and my insights, and maybe they can help somebody else along the way. I want to encourage you to check out our website, bornagainlove.us. You can go there now if you like. It's right over here. And check it out. And if you'd like to become a member, we'd love for you to become a member for free. You can participate in the dialogue or discussions. As you can see, we are just getting started, and I'm excited that we have like 41 founding allies now. I have been on a campaign to get 100 people to support our this program and this ministry that we're doing. Supported. I think we have at the lower part of the site, you can see a place for you to join the Founding 100 if that's something that you'd like to do. And so we're now, I believe, we're at 50 folks now who have joined us. Let me see. 51? Let me see. We are now at 41 people who have joined us. And so we need 59, I can't count, can I? Yeah, 59 more to get us to 100. So if you want to become one of the founding allies, we would love for you to join us. Founding allies make a one-time $100 seed gift into the ministry. Prays for the mission and the couples we serve, provides feedback on new resources and initiatives, and helps share the vision with others. In addition, as a partner, as a founding ally, you get grandfathered into the Ball Partners program. And as you can see here, we have a Legacy Partners, Born Again Love Legacy Partners. Leave a legacy of a healthy love. So for $5 a month, a daily nudge, a monthly date, a real community, and a movement bigger than any one marriage. And so our desire is to build a movement, a born again love movement. And so we need supporters and people who believe in what we're doing and want to help couples, want to help there be better marriages, better relationships. This is not just for couples. I mean, this is for individuals too. Who want to improve their relationships and have better patterns in their relationships, so that when they do get married, they're more prepared for marriage. I'm excited. I have a website coming out, and an app coming out that's going to help singles greatly. I'm excited about that too. And so if you want to support this, we're looking for supporters. So we'd love for you to join, become a Legacy Partner at $5 a month. Legacy Partners get to be a part of the ballrooms and daily SMS encouragement, monthly Legacy date night, monthly marriage challenge, private community, local city connections, quarterly virtual marriage events, discounts on retreats, discounts on the cruise, discounts on the ball gala, and founding member recognition. So we'll be glad to have you. The ballrooms basically reflect my model of developing healthy patterns, healthy relationships. Is based on my NORM model, neurobehavioral, neurorelational, operant rewiring model, and it's based on these 5 principles. Catch it. If you don't notice it, you're not going to change it. Change it. It means putting a new pattern in place that you're going to work on reproducing. If you keep doing the same thing, expecting different results, what's going to happen, right? The same results. And if you're not happy with your results, then you need to change your patterns, change what you're doing. And that's what this is all about. This is what I'm doing, helping people change. And the third room in the ballrooms is cement it. You want to concretize it. You want to solidify it. You want to establish a habit. And so that's the cement it room. And then we have the celebrate it. You've made a big achievement, a big accomplishment. You want to celebrate. And so that's the celebration room. And then the cast it. You want to share with others. You want to encourage other folks and mentor other people and help others to experience the change you've experienced. So that's the cast it room. So we got all the ballrooms, and we'd love for you to join us there. We have a place for discussions, stories, a place for stories to be told. We even have a prayer wall. And so, we're just getting started, folks. And so we're looking for people who are looking to improve their relationships and also encourage others. So join us every Tuesday and share the schedule with you. It's right here as well. Every Tuesday we are here. Every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and Thursday from 7 a.m. to 7:15. And then from Thursday evenings from 7 to 7:30. So we'd love for you. Welcome to join us. My show used to be called the Sizzling Hot Marriage Show. And 3 years ago, God led me to just stop and reorganize. And in the process, He has helped me build a completely different program and revamped everything. And so this is where we are. We come up with Born Again Love. And so we're looking forward to God using this in a mighty way and blessing a lot of people. I'd like to start off with a word of prayer, which I haven't done yet. So let's bow our heads for a word of prayer. Father in heaven, we thank you so much for this opportunity to share a word to encourage people. Lord, there's a lot of trouble in this world, lots of trouble in politics, and lots of trouble in the different businesses and places people work, and there's also a lot of trouble in churches, and there's trouble everywhere, Lord, and unfortunately a lot of times there's also trouble in our homes. And so, Lord, I just pray for everyone who's listening, that they can be encouraged to know that you are the peacemaker. You are the one who said to the water, "Peace, be still." And so, Lord, I thank you that we can turn to you for strength and for encouragement, and for our fortress as a fortress, a place for us to turn and to go to find safety and to find protection and provision. And so I pray for everyone listening here, whatever they're going through, whatever trouble that they're experiencing, that they will turn to you and trust you. And so, Lord, I pray that you will bless this show, the Born Again Love show, that it might be a source of encouragement, a source of education, a source of inspiration for people to help them to improve and enjoy healthy and productive relationships. We thank you and continue to bless us and keep us. I thank you for how you brought me through my procedure this morning, Lord, and I'm able to get online tonight and share a good word. So I pray you just continue to bless me as I'm seeking to bless others. This is our prayer. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And if you have any prayer requests, folks, do jump on to bornagainlove.us and add your prayer request to the wall. And we will definitely make sure we remember you in prayer. I am unfortunately, I am out of shape. I got to get back in shape in doing this live streaming. So you guys have to bear with me as I try to work to figure it out. But those of you who joined us online, I want to welcome you. I'm not quite sure if you want to add in the chat to say who you are, where you're from, and I'd be glad to recognize you and welcome you. And of course, when you show up, it encourages me to keep going. You let me know maybe something I've said that's been encouraging to you. So I encourage you to encourage me as I do this. We didn't get a chance this morning to share our daily touch point for the day, and so I'm going to share that with you now. Daily touch point for the day. Okay, and so let's go over to that screen. All right, so the daily touch point for today is celebrate progress, not perfection. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Many people stop growing because they focus on how far they still have to go instead of recognizing how far they've already come. Progress fuels motivation. What progress are you grateful for today? That's the question. So perfection, I don't know what it is, but some of us have a strong drive for perfection. And we, beat ourselves up, and we often find ourselves beating other people up. When they're not meeting up to our expectations. And so I am encouraging you to really reevaluate perfection. Reevaluate it because, what is perfection? Nobody is perfect, they say. And the question is, what is perfection? And perfection really is a standard that somebody has set. So really a perfection is a human standard. If you don't reach up to this standard, then you're not good enough. And this starts early in our lives. As parents, we discipline our children, and we're expecting them in a lot of ways to be perfect. And we put a lot of pressure on them. We want them to act right, to be right, to make good grades, and do what they're told, and which they should. And we, as parents, you should discipline and raise your children. But it's important to question whether or not you are expecting perfection. And because at the end of the day, each child is an individual. And so we must allow our children to be themselves while we're directing and guiding them to where we believe they should go. So it's just important to understand that perfection is is imperfect. The idea of something being perfect is because it's human born, is imperfect. because we're not. It would be an imperfect person declaring the standard. And so it's so important to reconsider being so stressed out by everything being right. And a lot of times what that equates to is everybody nodding their head saying that's good, right? We want everybody's approval. Well, JFK said, you can please some of the people some of the time, but you can never please all of the people all of the time. And so it's important for you to kind of think about who you're trying to please, and recognize that you got to crawl before you can walk. You got to walk before you can run. So if you're expecting running when the person's just now crawling or walking, your expectation is going to be disappointed. And so in relationships, we're often expecting our partner to be running. I remember, even as a parent, I remember getting on your kids and like saying something like, haven't I told you? How many times I got to tell you? Well, I mean, it would be wonderful if all I had to do was tell somebody how they should be, and they would be that way. That would be wonderful. I can't even tell myself how to be, and I be that way. So it's really unrealistic to expect others to, do as we think they should do when we think they should do them. Now, I'm not saying don't have discipline, don't have consequences. I'm not saying don't have boundaries. You have to have these things. But it's just important to balance it out, to recognize that perfection is really not attainable, because it's human born. It's human born. But progress is something that can be recognized. Progress is something that can be achieved and something that can be recognized. And so it's important to celebrate progress, to see how far someone has come, to see how well they are doing, to let them know you appreciate them, you see their growth, and versus continuing to badger them because they're not where you think they should be. And in our relationships, oftentimes we find ourselves badgering each other because you're not where you feel like they should be. And this kind of introduces the concept that I have been, a pattern that I have been noticing in relationships. And it's a pattern of over and under functioning. And so what happens is that in a particular area, an individual overfunctions, and in a particular area, an individual underfunctions. And oftentimes in relationships, listen, we're all good at something, and we all are bad at something. And so oftentimes in relationships, what I'm good at, you're bad at, and what you're good at, I'm bad at. And we end up expecting the other person to perform like we are, how well we do the things we're good at, and they're expecting us to perform, how well they do in the areas they're good at. For example, one partner might be really good in the finances, and so they're making sure the budget is right, they're making sure the bills are paid, and they are getting on the case of the person who's a spender, who is not very, thrifty or good with managing money. And so the one managing money is an overfunctioning, and constantly having to do everything in that department, and the other one is underfunctioning. This is a pattern I see over and over again. I've seen it in my own life, but here's the catch. The underfunctioner in finances now is really good at emotional, intelligence and nurturing and showing affection and loving. Okay, and so the person who is the great in finances, overfunctioning finances now, doesn't do very well with emotional uh, emotional intelligence. And so they're not very nurturing and loving and affectionate. And so the person who's great in that area is constantly complaining to the person who is under functioning. And so once again we see the overfunctioner and underfunctioner dynamic. And this dynamic continues to exist in relationships, and this is what oftentimes what couples are arguing about and disagreeing about, and they can't hear each other because they're both talking at the same time, and they're not recognizing the gold, I call it gold, that the other person is offering them. And unfortunately, over time, this deteriorates the relationship. And so, if you recognize the patterns in your relationship that are unproductive, then you can do something different. You can put in some different patterns, and one of the different patterns that you can put in place is valuing the other person's perspective and listening. Active listening is critical to improving your relationship and to proving to your partner that that what they're saying to you matters. It helps people to get off of their soapbox when they feel listened to. And if you listen to me, I'm more likely to listen to you. So this is the cure is to this over and under functioning cycle. This pattern is to begin to actively listen to one another and value each other's perspective. I can grow financially. Help me to teach me how to manage money better. I can grow in emotional intelligence. I can work to help create an emotional safe space by listening to this one over here who's good at it, and I can acknowledge. But that is really difficult for many couples, and that's why oftentimes you need an intervention to come see a therapist, and I encourage you to do so if that is your situation. I actually have, you can go to Lifestyle Therapy and Coaching, lifestyletherapycoach.com. If you'd like to set up an appointment with me, I'd be glad to talk to you and encourage you and becoming a better active listener and be able to value each other's perspective and get out of that over and under loop, over under functional loop. I also have a 4-week over under functioner reset program. I don't even think I have a slide for that, but it's just so important for couples to recognize, and that's what we call it, catch it. You need to catch that behavior, recognize it within yourself. I am over functioning, and I am in this area, and I am under functioning in this area, and I need to work to be more appreciative and value what my spouse is trying to say to me. All right, well, so celebrate progress. So go back to that again. Celebrate progress, not perfection. So if this is so important today, with your partner, your spouse, or whoever your significant other is, even with your children or other people in your home, I encourage you to think about some things how they progressed, rather than going in there, jumping in, and give them a hard time for what they haven't done and how bad they're doing. Point out the good they're doing. Point out their progress. Use the sandwich method. If you have something negative to say, sandwiches in the positives. Put the positive on one side and then put the criticism or the complaint, and then put the positive on the other side. I appreciate such and such from you, and so that you can create a warm environment. Love is, folks, as love does. That's one of the things I have really recognized in my life experience. I see love differently now, and love is not love is more than words. Love is it can be seen in your actions and how you treat someone. And we often find ourselves in our marriages and relationships just going through the motions and not really being very loving to each other. And so it's important to see how you can improve, how you can become a better lover. And that's what Born Again Love is all about, teaching people how to become better lovers. Many people stop growing because they focus on how far they still have to go instead of recognizing how far they've already come. So even if you're struggling, I encourage you to not put yourself down, to see your own progress as well as your partners, so that you can be encouraged and inspire yourself to keep trying, keep growing. All right, progress fuels motivation. So I challenge you today. What progress are you grateful for today? If you would put it in the chat, what progress in your own life, your own relationships, can you see any progress? Write down what progress that you see for yourself today. Put it in the chat. And even after this replays, you want to put it in the chat. Put it in there as well, just to express gratitude. All right. Well, folks, I tell you, time goes by so fast. I want to share some things with you. I have a book that you can get. It's called Don't Give Up on Love. My last book I've written. You can go to my website and you can find that book. Also, that's lifestyletherapycoach.com. But what I really want you to do is find out what your patterns are. So I encourage you to go to sizzlequiz.com. Let me see if I can pull that up for you, and do my quiz. Let's see here. Here it is right here. So the sizzlequiz.com, the relationship assessment that changes everything. Discover where your relationships thrive, where they struggle, and what to do next across 12 key dimensions of connection. You start writing your story here. So I'm excited about this quiz and my whole assessment. I created an assessment called Neuro-Relational Status Index. And this quiz is the beginning of that. And really it helps you identify the cycles that you're going through in your relationship. So sizzlequiz.com, and of course bornagainlove.us. Encourage you to go there, become a member. If you'd like to become a founding member, great. If you'd like to become a legacy partner, awesome. I encourage you to do that. And and feel free to reach out to me. You can contact me. If you go to bornagainlove.us, there's a contact form there. You can reach out to me if you need to communicate. If you have a question that you want answered on air, if you have a prayer request, you can enter your prayer request there. All right, folks. Well, it's been a pleasure again to be with you. I'm so happy that you joined and watched, and I hope that you got something great out of it today. Until then, I guess I'll be seeing you tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, on the Born Again Love Show. God bless you. Until next time, you take care.